नमस्ते बच्चों, माई सेल्फ डॉक्टर शिल्पा श्री शाह, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर ऑफ ज्योति विद्यापीठ वुमेन यूनिवर्सिटी. So today we will discuss about inflammatory disease of heart. So we all have know that there are three layers of heart. One of them is endocardium, that is this innermost layer, then myocardium, and then the outermost layer is pericardium. The heart is the major vital organ that pumps blood through the whole body and circulate the whole body to maintain the normal and physical and circulation. Okay. Now, what is endocarditis? We all know that itis is inflammation, and endo is the innermost layer of endocarditis is innermost inflammation of innermost layer of the heart. So it is characterized by inflammation of the endocardium. It is usually involves valve of the heart. Okay. Common infecting organism is streptococci, fungus, for example, candida. Okay, or gram-negative organism, etc. Now, predisposing conditions that can increase the risk of developing the infective endocarditis include structural cardiac abnormality, for example, mitral valve prolapse, then congenital defect, then rheumatic heart disease, etc. And intravenous drug abuse also can cause that endocarditis. Then how we will diagnose or what are the symptoms of this endocarditis? It is clinical manifestation are highly variable and depend on involvement of other organs. Okay, due to embolization of valvular vegetation fragment, bacterial seeding of distant foci, or other development of immunocomplex. So there will be flu-like illness like sneezing, coughing, fever, etc. will happen. So treatment is directed against eradicating the specific infecting microorganism. Surgical intervention include valve replacement or resection is indicated for refractory heart failure also. Okay. Then antibiotic can be given. Okay. Then is myocarditis. Myocarditis, what is myocarditis? It is the inflammation of the myocardium. Okay. So it is usually result from infectious organism, most often viral infection like coccivirus, okay, but can also caused by hypersensitivity reaction, predominantly due to dirt. Then toxic agents, for example, alcohol, cocaine, or chemotherapeutic agent also can cause that myocarditis. Then chest irradiation or some systemic disease also can cause myocarditis. Myocardial injury occurs through a direct invasion or production of toxin and induction of non-specific or specific inflammatory responses. It can be acute or it also can be chronic process. Okay, it may involve limited area of myocardium or may be diffuse and is often accompanied by pericarditis. Now, clinical manifestation will be as in endocarditis like flu-like illness, fever, fatigue, dyspnea, palpitation, chest discomfort also can occur. Okay. Then patient management includes supportive care, pharmacologic agent like diuretics, ACE inhibitor we can give, then beta blocker, then aldosterone antagonist is indicated for specific pathology. Okay. Then immunosuppressive therapy for a certain subgroup of patients and limited physical activity with avoidance of strenuous activity. Then is pericarditis. What is pericarditis? The inflammation of pericardium. So it can be precipitated by wide variety of classes, but majority of cases are idiopathic and can include other infectious agents that are involved in pericarditis. Okay. Malignant trauma, autoimmune disorder, pericarditis associated with cardiac surgery, arthritis, systemic lupus erythematosus, other inflammatory disorder like renal sarcoidosis, etc. Then renal failure, drug toxicity and chest irradiation can cause pericarditis. Symptoms will like chest pain, dyspnea, a pericardial friction rub, and ECG abnormality can be seen. Then pericardial effusion also can be seen, like fluid will arise in the pericardial sac. It may be present and is often asymptomatic. Okay. The treatment of pericarditis again is like for pain we can give NSAIDs for symptom management. ठीक है. For those who require further treatment, narcotic analgesic can give, corticosteroid, or both can be used. Okay. Then what are physiotherapeutic management? That is after surgery or after the symptom relief with medication, or as in case of any inflammatory disease, we have seen that the heart muscle does not work properly, and for that the circulation also goes in vein, or you can say that due to circulation cyanosis can happen. Due to that also fatigue can develop. So to improve functional capacity and to improve the work of heart, we have to design some protocol. Okay, cardiac rehabilitation is the main part of that. So there are 3 phases of cardiac rehabilitation. First one is in inpatient department. Okay, here we will discuss about the condition of disease, severity of condition, or what are these associated symptoms that have developed with the patient. So we will note all this down. Okay, then after noting it down, we will work on the symptomatic problem. Okay, and we will treat it at symptom basis. Okay, like if for pain management, what we can do, we we know that due to angina pectoralis or chest pain, the patient will not be able to do any exercise or any or can breathe normally. So what is our main role? We will first work on that to manage the breathing. Okay, so we will ask the patient to improve breath. How? By diaphragmatic breathing, by pursely breathing. What is their function? Diaphragmatic breathing, we will ask the patient to take the feedback. How? In semipolar position, we will ask the patient to do diaphragmatic exercise and place his hand in the abdomen, lower abdomen, and ask the patient to inhale and feel the movement of the abdomen. So they will notice again and again about the movement of abdomen, and by this the diaphragm will get in act. So thereby the relaxation also will happen, and the body will get enough oxygen to balance the abnormality. Okay, next is pursely breathing. As we all know, it is a disease of heart. So in inflammation of the heart disease, there will be abnormal vital sign is the so common. Okay, heart rate will increase, or the blood pressure can be increased. So what can we do? By pursely breathing, we will normalize the vitals. We know how to do the pursely breathing. Like, we will ask the patient to sit in a relaxed position, and then we will ask to inhale deeply through the nose and exhale through pursed lip with a long duration. Okay, the exhalation will be more will take more time than inhalation. Okay, these are some breathing exercises, and then we will ask the patient to improve functional capacity. We will work on their activities of daily living. Like, we will ask the patient to work bed mobilization exercise. We will take them for a walk. Then stair climbing also can be given. Then we will see the auscultate. If there is any secretion in the lung, then we will have to clear the secretion by different chest physiotherapy, like in percussion, vibration, shaking can be given. Then after that, if the chest is clear, then surgical repairment can be done. Then after that, surgical repair, post physiotherapeutic treatment will start. Like, we will to prevent the complication of surgery, we will have to work on that again. Okay, so we will educate the patient about their condition. Okay, and how to improve this and get over this and go to their daily life or activities of daily living. And for that, we will have to work for secretion clearing. Then functional capacity, for that we can take one outcome like 6-minute walk test, 2-minute walk test, or like that we can take. Okay, then we will see that what is the distance they have covered during 6-minute walk test on the second day or first or second day of surgery. Okay, then we will treat them, and after the treatment we will see that what improvement has been occurred. Okay, then at last when the patient will be able to do everything, then for better lifestyle or to prevent the surgical complication, okay, further surgical complication, we will ask them or we will educate them about the home exercise protocol. Okay, we will design some home exercise protocol and then ask the patient to do it regular basis. Okay, and if any difficulties occur, we will ask the patient to come again, revisit again, and give their status of disease. Okay, that's it. That is all about the inflammatory condition of heart. So what we will learn today, we have learned that there are three layers of heart: pericardium, endocardium, myocardium. Okay, endocardium is the innermost layer, then myocardium, then pericardium. Pericardium is outermost layer. Okay, and any inflammation in the heart cause the different disease, like in endocardium endocarditis, in myocardium we can say it myocarditis, and for pericardium we can say it pericarditis. So if there is any question like what the definition of write down about inflammatory disease of heart, so you have to write about all the three diseases. Okay, and if the treatment part is there, so we can, if the you have to write down about first about the prevention, then about the medical treatment, then PT management. Okay, so this is all about today's class. Thank you, Krishna.